So here is another messaging thing, but somebody has encrypted it. But obviously, it was connected between me and Miss Ida Herring. So, yet another form of deception here, trying to encrypt the messages that were already there. But that's okay, because I'm pretty sure Beans High was part of that chat that I don't know, somebody that has computer knowledge could probably figure out how to unencrypt that information. So, yet more proof of definite messaging and contacting, but these ones, however, have been encrypted to where y'all can't see what they say. So, for a lady that claimed on a live stream today that she's never had any contact with me, more and more receipts proving otherwise. How you doing, Chew? Hey, Broke Stacker, how you doing? Daniel Bishop, how you doing? Good to see you. How in the heck are y'all doing tonight? It's good to see y'all. So, you want to look at my last community post because, well, they tried to take down the live stream I made of it already, which did have messages from Miss Ida Herring back and forth to me. And all this after today saying that she's, never contacted me outside of YouTube. You're a liar and a fat mouth. And the people you run with are liars and fat mouths. You're two faced, backstabbing, ugh, you make me sick. I'm doing all right, Daniel. I'm doing all right. I'd be doing a lot better if the whole truth could just be told. You know what I mean? Just let it all out there and then let everybody decide what the hell they want. Instead, we get parts of truths. The whole truth can't come out. There's other people that's involved that want to remain just at ease with the fact that they've just faded away. You know what I mean? It's crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. Yeah, and they're out there, man. They're out there. And what they're going to do is they're going to prey on your kindness and your goodness. And then they're going to twist that all up into a knot until all you are is fed up with it. You know what I mean? So, on my community page, you'll see a video I'd made earlier with a group of text messages off of an old phone of mine that was around that time, which unfortunately I pulled the SD card, so it was having a hard time getting the other messages up on. I'm going to take it to Computer Shop and have them just pull up all the shit, including this cryptid messages that was back and forth between us. It's now been crypted. So then, we're going to shine some light on this darkness. I'm going to do my very due diligence to leave out the messages that contained about trying to blackmail different people, seeing as how they want to be left out of this whole loop of things until they decide to go ahead and be like, you know what, you're right. Everybody should just know the truth. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and give you the truth I can give you until them other folks go ahead and say, you know what, let it rip, tater chip. Including them cryptid ones, because I'm guessing those probably have some good stuff in them. I don't know. It's been a long time since I went back and looked at the old messages. But I'm glad I do keep old phones, because guess what was in them old phones under them old numbers? Them old messages. One thing I am not, and that's a liar. One thing I can tell you is if I tell you that these people are pure evil hiding behind little good acts that they do, I'm telling you from the heart because I gave them my heart. I believed in them. And they are just pure blah. They will just absolutely make you not trust anybody anymore, not want to let anybody close to you anymore. That's the kind of people they are. It's crazy, and it has just absolutely made me sick. So, yeah, I am almost so thrilled that she decided to go ahead and put my name in some of her stuff so that we can just get down to the root of where all this all started at. And this is Miss Ida Herring being the sister of all lies. She is just like the freaking manipulator of manipulators. She has done it for so many years and has hid behind so many folks while doing it, while building herself up. She's just made this web of absolute crazy. And today to come into my chat room and just blatantly lie to folks and be like, I ain't ever talked to you outside of YouTube. You're a lying, lying. You look, we were at a coin show where I was texting you for other mother suckers when you were gone when I was watching your table. You're a liar and a fat mouth. There is multiple messages, not back and forth between me and you only, but me and you and Miss and another person that wishes to be anonymous. So yes, you can go ahead and try to hide all your stuff. But I'm telling you, I'm going to bring out as much of it as I can without involving other people until they decide that, okay, you're right. Everyone just needs to know it all. Your house of freaking cards is going to be exposed so that people can decide whether or not they want to just go ahead and keep on believing a liar. Because today you lied to all of them in that chat room. You said, I've never talked to you outside of there. I would never talk to someone like you. You're a liar and a fat mouth because I've got text messages between the two of us. There's other chats between the two of us outside of YouTube, Miss Ida. See, at one time, you were somebody I looked up to and that I trusted and respect and had all these things for you that you absolutely destroyed. So yeah, you can play like, oh my God, he's just this terrible person that's just I don't know why he acts this way. You absolutely know why. The thing is, unlike the other ones that just run and hide and just want it to go away, I ain't running and hiding, Miss Ida. I'm gonna keep on being here, there, and the other place, and I'm just gonna keep on being me. And you're gonna keep on hating me because I'm going to keep on doing well, just being me and being real and being transparent and having integrity. And when I say something, that's what I mean. I'm not going to be the one that's in someone's chat room talking about, I ain't never talked to you outside. You're a man, I'm telling you, lady, you're lucky you're a lady because I just have to be, uh, I can't fathom what was going through your mind when you know full well that we've talked outside of YouTube. I mean, I don't know if, I mean, you really, I guess you figured because I was sick and had a brain tumor, that meant that I just couldn't think right about anything anymore and just wasn't going to be able to look up the shit. And now you're trying to block part of the messaging to where everybody can't see what you had to say about folks. That's amazing. You're a snake. And everybody should be aware of it. They should all know who they're in bed with. The kind of trash that drags others down, that's done nothing but try to come up and bring others up with them. That all of us weren't silver spoon fed babies. We weren't trust fund kids. We've had to figure out how to make this on our own with our people, our followers, our customers. I treat them like family because they're like family to me. See, at one time, I thought I was like family to you. And I hope everybody sees how you treat your family, how you treat the people that looked up to you, that thought you were something. There's a list of them. I just hope they all finally go ahead and say, yeah, it's time to come forward. Y'all wonder where some of these people from YouTube just disappear and go? Well, I'll tell you this, Miss Ida Herring had a hand in a few of them. See, Miss Ida, some of us knows your dirty little secrets. We know the dirty little trashy things some of y'all have done to others, and it's terrible. I'm a real person. I'm just forward about it. I'll tell you, look, I got beef with you. We're probably going to need to throw hands. Y'all are snakes, man. You try to destroy people in a whole different way. This is one man it is not working with. Understand that, and I'm sick and tired of watching you do it through the years to other people. Believe that. Yeah, well, Daniel, I don't know, man. I probably done burn up part of the other half because I've spent a great deal of my life trying to kill brain cells. Kind of ironic, right? I mean, believe that. I ain't no saint. I ain't never claimed to be. You know what I mean? I'm a rough Christian, dude. I'm a guy that has tried to figure out how to turn his fucking life around. And there's other people out there just like me that's tried to turn their life around. And shame on people like Miss Ida Herring that stands in our way and tries to figure out how the fuck to pull us down every chance they get. Shame on you. Because it ain't just me. It's been others. It's just me that has enough fight in them to just keep on fighting it. And just keep on being known about it. So shame on you. And shame on the rest of y'all that jump on that bandwagon with that lady and them people that don't even know the real story. You want to fire up live streams about what all brought this on? Why is Jeff acting this way? Is he okay? Is he... No, I'm not okay with the way you fucking treat me, and I ain't okay with the way you've treated others. And I'm more upset with the way you've treated others than I am the way you've treated me. You know why? Because I'm a man that will come at you and tell you, let's go outside. Whether or not you're going to make a joke about it and you're going to laugh around because you won't come outside or not, I don't know what you're trying to say, because you're right. They had me outweighed, that one cat, probably by a good 120 pounds. Why won't you just go ahead and come outside then at that point? I damn sure didn't have a gun. I damn sure didn't threaten to kill anybody there. I damn sure didn't even go in there about any kind of anything like that. I was there about business. Y'all made that about something else because you wanted to make it seem like something else to everybody else, because that's what you do. You can't just face somebody head to head. You got to be snaky, manipulative. That dude tried to sell me a table, man. Not just two tables. I mean, not just one table, but two. Shaw's money. Can you imagine if I'd have gave that dick sucker that was running that coin show money for two of them tables in the middle, $800? He knew full well what was going to happen when I was there. That was a complete setup situation. Can you imagine? I went there as a guest, just as a buyer. They wanted me to be there as a vendor. That was a complete setup this last coin show. Just like the one that Ravenhawk hosted that they had me get a table at. And then went and had me loading up Miss Ida's goods for her to her vehicle while they all went through my belongings at the coin show, man. I was a vendor, and they went through over $20,000 worth of silver and gold that did not belong to them, looking for marijuana like they were the fucking police or something. At least that was their excuse on why they went through my bags. The cops never pressed no charges on me on having no weed, and there was never anything brought about that. You can look at the court records in that community and see I never received a ticket or anything else. So obviously that was bogus. What the hell were they doing in my belongings when I was a vendor that paid money to be there? Can anyone answer that question? Can anyone in the world make that okay? That's some sneaky ass shit, some thievery. Could have went down for all I know because I was so busy trying to figure out what the hell was going on around me that honestly to this day they want to talk about teacher, that cat still got shit of mine. And there's witnesses to that too. He left that show with shit of mine I ain't never got back. So let's talk about some thievery. You know what I mean? For fact. True story. Best thing that happened at that coin show was I seen the true colors of some other folks. And I actually seen a good hearted person do something that blew my mind. I will never ever distrust Miss MJ Squirrel. She is I've never met anybody that would be that good hearted and that honest as she was as to drive and chase us down to bring us my stuff that she had ended up with and all the mix and confusion of bullshit that was happening. You know what I mean? So thank God for that. That did happen. I did meet some other vendors that was present whenever that happened that thought it was real snaky shit that let me know that they were glad they were not part of the YouTube crew because they were seeing that shit go down. And I'm glad I've stayed in touch with those folks too. See, that's the thing. There is real vendors and real coin people that are real sickened by the behavior of some of these YouTubers and the way some of this shit's been going down. Because some of us are business people. We trying to run businesses and we trying to deal in silver and coins, and we ain't got time for the drama that you create in our lives. And then when that drama smacks you in the face, you want to call and whoever Ghostbusters and put them on people because you done barked up the wrong fucking tree or you done poked the bear too many times and you've awoken what you've been trying to awaken. I'm just, you know what I mean? I've been that voice most of my life, so I'll keep being that guy. You can believe that. And I don't know how much money it's gonna take to have some computer genius rebuild this motherfucking phone over here to where I can show you all this shit. But it's going down. So Miss Ida, you might want to go ahead and just start backpedaling now and back tracing and saying, well, you know what? Maybe I did text message Jeff Crumpler. And maybe I know, go ahead and start padding it up now, Miss Ida. Start backpedaling, start coming up with them excuses because them receipts are there. I showed them once today. You took down that video. I guess you probably went to YouTube and said, hey, it got my phone number in it, blah, blah, blah. Cry a storm. There's already a handful of people that seen it. There'll be more. These folks are going to see that you're lying to them. You lied to them today blatantly. You're a liar and a fat mouth and the mother of deception when it comes to YouTube. I just don't even know. Ugh. Meanwhile, you want to know why all this shit was going on between me and Ravenock? When you know why. You know why. You're all a part of the same little crew, part of the same little circle of bullshit. You know exactly why. You helped create the why. You blow my mind with stuff like that. Meanwhile, this morning you're in there rallying about him being however much more overweight than me and how why would anybody mess with somebody that works out? Look, ain't no one scared of that cat, man. I mean, like you said, I'm not even ashamed to admit it. I'm sick. I've been fighting fucking cancer for the last fucking 2.5 years, and I'm not the healthiest. So fuck you, and guess what? I'll still fight him any fucking day of the week. You got that? Any fucking day of the week. Face to face, called him out. Told him, step out of these people's place and just come out here and let's do this. Can't do that though, right? You can talk shit, you can have your friends come online. There you go. It's still live. Oh my gosh, what happened? This thing die? Stop moving. Okay, I don't know if I'm live or not anymore because I done hit the wrong button twice. You can have your people come online and talk shit for you, but then when one of the people you talk shit about and that you badmouth and that you lie on and that you send Facebook shit out about, I don't even do Facebook, man. The feds indicted me because of Facebook. I ain't fucked with it since 2013 for fact. So I don't know why you got your little groups. This is what y'all do. They got their little groups and they do this shit. And then they manipulate their targets because that's what they see you all as is just money targets. They will play games just so they can pick your pockets. They don't give a fuck about you as people. I know. I let them pick my pockets. I cared about them. I donated to this. I did this bullshit. I did that bullshit. You know what I mean? And all they done was use me. And trust me, when they get done using you, they're going to move on to the next one. That's what they've done for fucking years. I've watched it happen. It's all a money game. See, this is the thing though. I'm real. And I don't have to play the money game. I'm a real businessman that does real good business on the streets and other places. So I don't have to hustle people and act like a fuck off to get their money. I can be real and just do business with them. I'm going to keep succeeding because I'm going to keep being real. And I'm going to keep doing my best to help real people that need real help. That maybe they just need a place to hang out and talk. Maybe they just need to know that, hey, just because they've had a drug problem doesn't mean that their whole life's going to be goofed up the rest of their life. And I can say that. Even though I can tell them this, there's going to be Ida Herrings out there that's going to make your it's going to make your recovery stumble. They make it easy for you to want to relapse. So that's when you're going to have to tell the devil to get behind you because you're not going to break down and get high just because they've made you feel like you're right back there again. So if you're one of them folks out there listening and knowing that's you, just know, don't let them people bring you back down there. You just keep on going. Keep on fighting the good fight. Keep putting your best foot forward. As I say during the end of every show, you just got to keep believing in God and you keep your heads up, your feet down. You keep reaching for them stars. No matter what your stars are, you keep reaching for them. There is going to be people out there that will have your back. There's going to be people out there that will tell you they have your back and they're going to use and abuse you. But just know there are good ones out there, I promise you. Enforcer, good to see you, sir. Meanwhile, God's there for all of y'all. Even you ass clowns, as we call yous. Even the ass clowns, God loves y'all. I don't care for you a bit. I mean, God bless. You know what I mean? But God loves y'all. And see, Daniel's right there. He says, how can I help you? There you go. Yeah. So there's people out there that will be here for you. I've met a great deal of people like that in my streams. I've met other people like that on YouTube. It's a shame that they get caught up in associating with some of these other people that sicken me. I can't be a part of it. Other folks I know, that's why they've left YouTube. They won't be a part of it no more. And it's kind of sad because it used to be a really fun place where I felt like I could really trust folks and really do things. And man, the first year of it was amazing. And then all of a sudden, my eyes were open. I'm just not somebody that's okay with people being taken advantage of time and time again, people being walked on constantly. It just ain't okay. You can't make me be okay with it. Well, Daniel, that's really big of you. And you got to do that. You just got to help out your fellow man, right? And if you see somebody struggle, maybe don't kick them when they're down. Maybe not try to knock them down. How about that? Maybe that's even a better idea. How about if we don't like the fact that the channel gambles, that we just don't go there to gamble? We don't need to report it. We need just not to go there to gamble. That's probably the best idea. When we go to reporting it and shit, you can believe the channel owner that has spent years of his life working on that channel is going to get a little fucking pissy. We're going to get a little upset when you start fucking with our content. And that's absolutely what happened to me. I've been demonetized now for a year and something because of being reported constantly for gambling, for fact. And because I won't confirm or deny with YouTube that other people are gambling, I'm not no freaking rat. So I just go ahead not being monetized because I'm not a rat. So thank you, Miss Ida, for once again, even in my chat today and on your channel, saying I don't know why his channel's still up. They just need to take the whole thing down. You keep trying to get all my shit removed. You've been doing it for years. You didn't like it when I was dating the Filipina and she was able to get y'all's IP addresses and I was able to start proving it then. Y'all are nuts, man, to think you can just mess with people constantly and won't somebody finally take a stand. Well, guess what? I'm that somebody. I'm taking a stand. For all the other little people that you've pissed on and walked on, I'm taking a stand. The fact is, you're a liar and a fat mouth. There's a video I put up earlier that shows the freaking text messages between the two of us. Even though today you said, I've never talked to Jeff Crumpler outside of YouTube. I would never message and talk with. You're a liar. You're a liar. You took the video down. I went ahead and put it on the community page, y'all. Go look at it again. It's there for fact. Some people did get to see it before it was took down earlier. Thank you, Miss Ida. I know you're upset because it's got your phone number in it that you had then and things. I don't give a shit. You decided today to awake that bear. You said, no, I've never talked to him at all. This is all a lie. You're a liar and a fat mouth. And there's proof. You hear me? You can't make all the messages go away off my phone. You can't do it. It's my phone. You've locked down them other messages on that other chat room, and seeing as how I was a part of it, I am going to take it to an IT, and I'm going to have them figure out how to get in this encrypted shit where you've encrypted it, and I'm going to let everybody read the messages. Because, see, this is how you expose darkness. You just shine some light on it. Today you shine some light on it when you come at me talking about how blah, 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 blah. You're a liar. And then you come to my chat room being more of a liar again, talking about I've never talked to him outside of YouTube. I would never talk with anybody. I would never pray. You're a liar. That at one time presented themselves as this homely saint of a woman that I actually looked up to. So you're the worst kind of liar. You manipulated me. You got me to trust you. You got me to care about you as a person. And then I seen a side of you that everyone else should see before it hurts them. I've sat on this for 2.5 years worth of craziness because of the fact it involves other people. And once again, you start pulling apart the layers of onion. And that's exactly what it is. It's like an onion. Y'all just gonna have to start unpeeling it. Meanwhile, every bit of it has happened on YouTube. Go back and watch the last 3 years of things between these different channels and look and see what you think. Watch how it's went. It's crazy because it's all right there before their eyes. You know what I mean, Daniel? You can't deny it when you see it. When you see how she's treated people, how she'll use up people like coining around to grow herself up, to promote herself by doing these great good deeds, but then turns on them at the drop of a hat at one wrongdoing, even though they were wrong. Couldn't just leave it that. We had to keep driving that nail in there, driving that nail in there. And then once again, let's go at Jeff again because Jeff's his friend. And Jeff's going to stand by him even though he made a mistake because he admitted to it and he owned it. You know what I mean? But once again, I was the fucking bad guy because he was my friend. And I stood by him because he was my friend. It's a shame ain't more people got good friends like that that'll stand by you when you're down. They'll stand by you when everybody else is turning on you. The world ain't made of a lot of good people like that anymore, y'all. You better remember that. You'll get to believing in these folks thinking they got your back and that they're like that, that they'll have you when you slip and fall and when you're down and out. They won't. They're just gonna run on top of you. They're gonna knock you down some more. That's their way of building themselves up. How you doing, Mr. Richard? Good to see you. I'm absolutely right, Mr. Richard Lutson. That's a fact. I ain't perfect by no means. I'm a rough Christian. They've made it even rougher for me to even try to be a Christian. I'm telling you. They done given me some ungodly thoughts the way they act. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't right. And I've watched others that they've done it to, and the others just went away. They won't show their faces no more on YouTube. They feel betrayed. They feel used. There's a man right there, Mad Cow. That's all he's about. It's big love. You know, some of these other channels, they parted ways with us. I say us because me and Mad Cow, we're friends. We're friends in real life. You know, there's some people that are just, you just know, you know. And I'd have never had to have met him in my life to have known that Mad Cow had a good heart. Some of these other folks, they parted ways with us. You know, they use Mad Cow's big love that we all know him for. They make a joke of it. They make a mockery of it. It's broke his heart. I know, he's talked to me about it. Brother Mad Cow knows I'm telling the truth. It's a fact. This is what they do. They start posting it on their shit. They start making little tabs on their post about it, knowing that that was a Mad Cow thing. Knowing that that was a Mad Cow thing to show love to other people on our platform over here where we were doing things for folks that needed things. You know what I mean? They made a mockery of that. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine having a little tagline that you use for your saying that people twist up and manipulate and start using as something just to poke at you with? That's what this other team does. They did it to that man right there. It's amazing. And he has got a great heart. Good dude. Why? 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 Right, Mad Cow? Why? Why just not ever even talk to us? Why use any of our shit? Why use our names and your stuff to get a crowd of people in there to hear you rant some more bullshit about us when it wasn't us? And then when we post up videos responding back, then all of a sudden we're the crazy ones? You're out your mind. I hadn't even got to brick and mortar work yet this morning, and here I am getting messages about Ida Herring on YouTube. What the hell? Jeff, what coin shop did you get removed from? None. Did not fucking happen. Really, if I could have kept my cool today long enough to have went live from the shop where I seen Ravenhawk at, then the truth would have come out then too. But I'm not good at that, man. I'm telling you. For fact though, never was I removed from anything. I seen him, ignored him, did business up until he tried to fucking keep on running his mouth at me, and then I threw everything down and told him to come outside, and I went outside and waited on him. Man wouldn't come outside and handle his business. He's gonna run his mouth in a fucking shop and disrespect another shop owner by just even talking to me in there, knowing there's gonna be a fucking fight. We don't have no words to say to each other. We've crossed that line. So that was him being disrespectful and him being out of line, not me. Everybody should understand that. And I was not thrown out of any fucking shop. I left the shop in the middle of doing business trying to get him to come outside with me out of respect for them because I don't want to fuck up someone else's glass shop and glass works in their business with whatever's about to go down because it ain't good. Well, Daniel, assault is okay. You know what? This is the thing. You can name it what you want, but when you're grown and when you're a man and you have other people that you stream with, run with, obviously these people have got your back. That this morning they're talking about you and me and what a fight between the two of us would be like. And see, that's been going on for a minute. So I've been saying to you for a dark minute now that we should just go ahead and have that. That's not an assault. That's two men handling business, Daniel. You got to grow up, man, and get a pair. If you ain't from around the woods around here, around any kind of life at all, I don't know what happened to all the other men that were born pre 80s, but y'all, man, we were taught that when you have a problem, you just handle it. You know what I mean? Ain't no assault, no nothing. There ain't what the hell's an assault? What does that even mean? That's just two men having a disagreement and just having it out. That's how it's handled. Well, yeah, but Daniel, look, I ain't no keyboard warrior. I ain't about no words hurting more than fist or none of that shit. I don't care about none of that. All I care about this is you've already called me outside my name. You've already disrespected me in public now more than once. You disrespected me on the fucking internet. So we need to just get together. You know what I mean? We need to get together, and I got a feeling we ain't getting together to make babies. So we just probably need to get together. I don't know what else you would expect from all this besides the fact that now we've got grown, I'm going to say grown men that probably, you know what I mean, need to take tickets on which one we need to get in line with first. I have no problem with that. Trust me, I've got my ass handed to me by better men than any of them, and I've came back for more. And I've learned a respect from them, and they learn a respect from me. So maybe the same thing can be worked out with them. We just need to take it out to some fucking field somewhere and figure it out. Enforcer, I appreciate you, but really, truly, that's all that needs to happen. We're adults, man. Y'all want to act like something? You want to call me outside my name and act like I'm something else? Well, no, we don't need to have no. I mean, I guess we could have a freaking Wild West thing if that's what you wanted, but I'm just saying, man, there ain't what happened to the day of going out to the front yard and just throwing fists? Ain't none of y'all know how to fight no more? Sweet Jesus. I'm not saying fighting me is going to be fair or pretty because I'm the motherfucker that will bite your face off. You think Mike Tyson takes off ears? I'm telling you, I bit a whole plug out of a motherfucker's ribcage one time, had me in a headlock. Fact. Spit it right back in his face. He was calling every homeboy he had trying to get me off of him. I was eating him like a fucking Roman noodle. So yeah, I'm just saying we can fist to cuff it. I ain't never lost easily. I'm promising I'm gonna leave a mark, and for me that's more than enough. Something you can look at every day when you shave. That will just, I mean, you know what I mean? Sometimes that's what it takes. Sometimes you gotta have that little pound of flesh. You know what I mean? Maybe that's what they need. Maybe they need a pound of my flesh. I'm willing for that to happen. See, that's part of the deal. You win some, you lose some. That's how it goes in life. I don't understand all this assaults and some other shit. I understand insults and I understand maggots and low lifes that just, do shit like liberals do on the left that, antagonize people but then don't stand on it and won't back it. That's amazing. Then they act like, have y'all seen his videos? He's crazy. No, he's tried to go live every time he's standing on it, and y'all are acting like bitches and hiding behind the cops and hiding behind your fake ass behavior instead of just going ahead and being like, okay, let's go deal with it. And you can laugh and make jokes about it, but the fact is, over and over, you've been given that opportunity. And you've also been given the opportunity just to stop having my name come out your mouth. When you see me, look at the fucking floor. Don't look at me. Don't fucking speak to me. You know that? That's what bitches on the streets did before when I come around in neighborhoods that knew me. They just looked at the fucking ground. Don't fucking look at me. Don't talk to me. Then there won't be no fucking smoke. You look at me, we're gonna have fucking problems. You talk to me, we're gonna have fucking problems. Yeah. Well, you're gonna have to, Washington Jags. Meanwhile, go check out the community post before they get it took down again. I'm gonna have to just keep on posting these text messages between me and Miss Ida Herring after during today's live stream and after her acting like an ass on hers this morning and talking about how Raven Hawk could whoop me because he's so much bigger than me and he works out and all this shit that they keep just doing and they wonder why. They wonder why. Raven Hawk, your friends is probably part of your problem, man. That's probably part of why I'm so fucking mad at you is your fucking little friends. So, anyways, yeah, this woman says, oh no, I ain't never talked to him outside. I would never talk to anyone like you're a liar. You're a liar and a fat mouth, and anybody that deals with you is an idiot because y'all shouldn't be doing business with obvious fucking liars. So I posted up text messages where Miss Ida Herring had been texting me back and forth, which is obviously talking to me outside of fucking YouTube. You're a liar and a fat mouth, Miss Ida. Liar and a fat mouth, and that's fact. Anybody that keeps falling for your bullshit all the time are just fools. Y'all don't be fools, man. Use your common sense. No, people don't act like I act unless something's been done. They've been wronged in some kind of way, and they're just fucking sick of it. And more than that, I'm sick of watching the others that have been wronged and that have just been shoved aside and walked on and have just went away. I'm not that guy. Daniel, you ain't got to forgive me. See, I ain't looking for forgiveness. I ain't looking for no prayers. What I'm looking for is the truth to come out. And then y'all can actually form real opinions. But you need to be able to hear the whole freaking stories. And some of the stories involve other people, some of which are ladies, that I'm not going to go there when they're still not wanting me to go there. And God bless, I wish they would. Because the whole truth just needs to come out. And then y'all could just be like, okay, here it is. Now you can form an opinion. Yeah. Very few mad cow can trust, I'm telling you. Liars and fat mouths. And by the way, I got a fucking box of goods for you. You're gonna have to come back from the Walking Dead so we can figure out what you want me to do with this shit. I love you, but damn it, man, I'm not a warehouse. Yeah, that's right. She is. Liar and a fat mouth. I appreciate you, Daniel. I just don't want y'all to get me all twisted. I don't, you know what I mean? Woman talking about today, I pray for you. Come on, man. I don't need your prayers. I'm not sure who she's praying to when she's praying. I do know this. I watched people that adored her, looked up to her, really, I mean, really, thought the world of her, and she absolutely tore that young lady down to where we don't even see her hardly anymore at all. And others like that. And it's terrible. That's nasty. It's ugly. And I just, I can't be okay with it. I've not been okay with it. And then everybody says, why is this stuff happening? Are you kidding me? The nerve to put up a live stream and say, why is this happening? Are you kidding me? You can't be serious. Yeah, it does, but it's just, you know what? It's this is how it works on here. They just bash you until you're gone. What they did with them other channels is they report them, tear down their content, make up shit about them until they made them just disappear. You know what I mean? I'm just the guy that won't disappear. Ask Mad Cow. Hey, Mad Cow, what kind of flea do you not want to get? He's going to tell you you don't want to get a JC flea. I'm not going to freaking quit, man. I've had to struggle my whole life. Guess what? I've got 48 years worth of fighting in. I'm good. He's like, you don't want to get the Jeffy. Yeah. Nah. Sweet Jesus. And it don't make no sense. Look, if you disliked me at some point, and at some point, whenever we didn't get along anymore, all you had to have done was just whenever I come around, look at the fucking floor. When you come around me, I'm gonna look some other way. I don't want to have to look at you. Believe that. It sickens me. So you can believe you're gonna be the last thing on my radar. When you keep acting this way, you have kept putting yourself on my radar. And now you've made it to where the public has got all this knowing about it. You got to know I've got to stand on this, right? This shit's got to happen, and it's got to happen to where everybody can see it. See, because I'm that guy. I'm so messed up about things. Unfortunately, some of the biggest tattoos on my body say pride. Ugh, that must mean I probably got a lot of it if it's tattooed all over me. Meanwhile, you disrespected it, you spit on it, and I'm telling you, we just need to take care of it as adults. Transparency is clear. Exactly. Meanwhile, there ain't none of them. Miss Ida Herring's transparency today to y'all on my live stream in my chat, where she was not blocked, by the way. Y'all might notice that, nor was Miss Corn Crew or any of the other haters, because we don't do that here. We want them to have a voice also. We're not like them that has blocked us, that's never said anything wrong or disrespectful in their chat, nor would we, because that's their home. They don't look at your YouTube channel like your home, y'all. They look at it like their playground, and like they should be the queens and kings of what you should and shouldn't do, what you should and shouldn't say, what you should and shouldn't sell, what kind of prices you should have, if you should run games, if you should be friends with people that run games, if you should, you know what I mean? Yeah. And for fact, it is all out there. If you go back and watch these other streams and everything that's happened between the streams in the last 3 years, it is all on YouTube. And no, it ain't even Enforcer, it ain't even about that at all. Trust me, the first punches was already thrown when they tried to. And look here, it's one thing. You don't let someone go through someone else's shit at a coin show, man, ever. Okay? A, that's one thing that should have never happened, ever. B, what do you think would have happened had them cops had been able to have found something in them bags that they went through after the pillaging idiots went through them, and they'd have took me to jail? What do you think would have happened to me and my stuff? Do you think any of that, somewhere around $30,000 worth of silver and gold that I took with me to the coin show, do you think any of that would have made it back to me again? See, that's how deep this goes. I think that most of it was just a fucking setup to get at my shit. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure that this coin show here in Tulsa, where this dick munch tried to take $800 from me to rent two tables in the middle, and then when the YouTubers told him to throw me out, he had me escorted out by the police and some other bullshit. Which, by the way, the reason why that becomes such a no ideal is because they don't know your civil rights and they come up trying to demand an ID from me. And by the way, y'all, you live in America. You don't have to show no fucking ID to no cop ever. Unless there has been a fucking crime that you're being detained for. So, fact, that's why all that shit was going down at the coin show the way it did. Meanwhile, the man tried to rent me two tables. Same man that had me removed from the show. You don't think they would have done that same shit, but he would have kept my $800 and maybe even whatever goods I had with me that I brought to the show to sell? See, that's the kind of scandalous, snaky shit they're up to. For fact. For fact. Now, on the video on YouTube, you'll notice he said, well, if I'd have known it was you, I don't know how many other Jeff Crumplers there are. I introduced myself to him when me and him met as Jeff Crumpler. I mean, I don't know how else he could have mistaken me for anybody else. I'm pretty sure that was just a setup to get more of my money and maybe another whack at my silver and gold. These are the kind of people y'all are dealing with, man. Y'all need to be aware of it. They're snaky. They move like thieves. They're definitely not trustworthy. I mean, you can. Yes, you do. It's a crime. It's not. Show your ID. There you go. That's fact. No, it's not. But yeah, they sure acted like it. They sure act like I was supposed to have had to do whatever, but it was just. Meanwhile, Becky Joe, I believe you were in the channel this morning, weren't you? Wasn't Miss Idaho talking? I mean, Miss Ida Herring talking about how she never texted me or never messaged me or anything. Miss Becky Joe, you're gonna want to go over there and look at my community page real quick at that video I took of text messages between me and Miss Ida Herring, and there's more. I hate to bust your bubble with all the looking up to her you do, but you know what I mean. There you go. You probably want to go look at that, okay? I mean, I want to take off your blindfold some, hun, because you were really sticking up for her this morning, and I appreciate you. You got a good heart, and I get it. But you need to see. Well, Becky Joe, then there's someone else that had a name close to yours that was in there. So I apologize if you weren't. But for fact, you can go look at it. It's over there. See, this is the one thing. The chat moves on this thing. I might not catch all the names right, but I apologize if it wasn't you. Even if it was, it's over there on the community page. It's pictures of the text messages between me and Miss Ida, some of them. There's also another one that I started to post up on this. You can watch this after this post. And I started it by showing messages that now she has somehow made it to where they're what? How's it this thing read that they're encrypted? So now she's encrypted the messages from her end. So I'm not above taking it to an IP expert. I'll have them unencrypt it. Seeing as how I was part of the chat, I understand I have that legal right. So then it can be exposed. You know what I mean? I appreciate you. I'm sorry. Well, it wasn't on her channel. She came into mine today. On her channel, she had a whole thing about it this morning. That's how I got on this page today. And other people today is messaging me, "Why are you acting like this with Miss Ida?" Look, Miss Ida put up a whole fucking stream about me this morning with nothing but lies on it, and I'm supposed to be okay with it. Y'all are amazing. I don't know how everybody else is supposed to be okay with it. I mean, I guess everybody else is, but I'm not okay with it. I'm okay with y'all getting to know the truth finally and figuring it all out yourselves. But I can't be the only one that decides that because there's other people that's wrapped up in the truth that have just decided they wanted it to go away. They wanted it. The thing is, it don't go away. See, they won't let it go away. They keep using it at me. They keep poking at me with it, and then you know what I mean. So it's not okay. I mean, it's cool. I appreciate y'all, and for the ones of y'all, I'm gonna hold your secrets, just knowing that it's killing me, and that they're using it to kill me with. So maybe think a little more about going ahead and just coming out and telling your truth to all this also, so they can all just come out for fact. That would be awesome. But I get it. I mean, I'm not a woman, so I don't have them womanly emotions, and some of them are women that's wrapped up in this, and they just don't want. Y'all deal with things different than I do, so I get it. You know what I mean? But it's tough, man. I'll just keep on being the one to keep my mouth shut. But these little things like today is going to show you all. That woman come into my chat and lied to every one of y'all, said she had never talked to me outside of YouTube, that she would never talk with me outside, someone like me outside of YouTube, because she's better than all of us, right? Better than all of us. Look at them text messages. That is proof that she is a liar and a fat mouth. Ida Herring has definitely not only text messaged me, but had phone calls with me, and those receipts will be shown also. They're on the way. As soon as I can get someone to get this freaking old phone of mine to work long enough right to be able to show y'all, because it's all in there, because it's a fact. I would not lie to you about something like that. I have no reason to. It can all be proven. So there you go. I don't know. It's not, no, it's evilness. Only evilness makes people to where they get so on themselves and on their group that no one else matters anymore. Nothing matters besides how they're going to build themselves up and what they're going to step on to do it. For fact. Meanwhile, I'll be happy to see no one ever buy another Merc dime for, 15 bucks or do anything stupid to buy coins that are talked up because, you're buying them from these people you looked up to, and they're really not who you think they are. They're not, you know what I mean? They're just, it's really hurtful whenever you find out. It just is, for fact. I'm in the truth and fair. There you go. Becky Joe, Hell from Faye, myself, and kids. Oh my goodness. Andrew. Andrew, Northwest Coins. How are you doing? Andrew, Northwest Coins. We got Andrew's Coins, or yeah, and maybe is it Northwest Coins, and maybe there's an Andrew's Coins too, and whatnot. Anyways, it always reminds me of you when I see their names. It's two different ones. When I see their names, I think of you. I hope you're doing well. Say you just woke up early all the way in Alaska. Well, my friend, I hope you're staying safe in Alaska. Did y'all set some fireworks up there in the North Pole? Sheesh. Do fireworks even go off in Alaska? They just like poof. I don't know. Uh, well, no, Daniel. You know what though? I didn't want the moderators to block any of their stuff. I wanted that to be seen because guess what? They're exposing themselves to the truth now. Today, she blatantly told y'all, I've never messaged this man. I would never talk to someone like you. Blah, 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 blah. Ida Heron, you're a liar and a fat mouth. You've texted me back and forth. You've emailed me back and forth. You've talked with me in phone calls back and forth. And I have the receipts. See, I've started posting them right here on YouTube. And it shouldn't even take more than just one for y'all to be like, damn, she straight up lied, man. She straight up lied to all y'all this morning. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to just give you one. I'm going to give you one and then another and then another. Yep, Miss Ida, you done opened up a whole can of worms. See, we'll just unfold your lies. Meanwhile, anybody that continues to be like, oh, she's a saint, and oh my God, Jeff's crazy, go look at the fucking videos, morons. That's a woman that this morning told every one of y'all that I've never talked to him outside of YouTube. I would never talk to anybody like him. I would never pray with him about. She is a liar and a fat mouth. And that is a fact. She just, ah. My what? Blader woke me up. I turned on YouTube for a few. Saw you on here. Sorry, more BS is happening. Miss Fire Angel, I'm so sorry, ma'am. I hope you're doing well. How are you doing? I apologize. Y'all ever have to package up great big bunches of silver? This is what it sounds like when you're zip sealing 40 ounces of silver. And now we have vacuum sealed 40 ounces of silver. Sheesh. It's always a good idea to. Hey, I am so sorry, y'all. The phone died. I just now got enough juice to get it fired back up, but I apologize. Thank you, Furry. Thank you, everyone, for sticking around. Miss KK, God bless y'all. God be with y'all. Remember to keep your heads up, your feet down, keep reaching for them stars. I'm sorry, y'all. The phone is trashed and it is dead, so I will see you all in the next one. Tomorrow morning, 7:45 Central on Whatnot, y'all. Be there. See y'all then. Bye.